Some of our launches, ones that require FTS still, or are even relatively new and are still maturing a little bit, so even our Vulcan launches, our New Glenn launches, those still tend to use more resources, more range resources. Some of them, depending on how they have established their commodities relationships, are dependent on that KSC pipeline that is provided from a commercial contractor for GN2, but that is a business choice that they have made. From a SpaceX and Falcon 9 launch from Launch Complex 40, that launch complex is almost completely independent from anything related to NASA. So it is possible to see a Falcon 9 Starlink launch that doesn't require a huge number of range assets and doesn't require commodities from NASA to be able to go. Again, priority is the Artemis launch. We understand that priority from a national perspective, but it is possible to launch both of those, and so the team will work to see what's possible.
Well, if I could expand that out briefly, the dynamic range scheduling that our Range Operations Squadron brings to the game takes a look at all range operations, whether it's an Artemis launch, a Navy test launch, a ULA, a Blue Origin, a Relativity, a SpaceX launch. In partnership with those launch service providers coming in to talk what range operations looks like, is where we deconflict those operations. Every launch service provider has a dedicated program support manager in our Range Operations Squadron that works day to day with that launch service provider to identify what the needs are that LSP needs to be able to facilitate that launch option or that launch opportunity. We bring those into a weekly scheduling meeting. I mentioned there on the panel that once a week at the Cape, we bring all the launch service providers and government entities together to work that real-time deconfliction. The tight partnership and collaboration that we have on the Space Coast exceeds anything I have seen in my entire career. The LSPs coming together to work together, the commodity providers coming together to see a successful launch, KSC, the FAA, the Army, the Navy, the Space Force, all sitting around the table to talk what opportunities are there to be able to support getting mass or humans to orbit.